Hi there, I'm just wanting to do a little talk, and I think I want to talk about the system. And first I want to start off by saying that everything comes from the top. Everything comes from the top and gets handed down, you see. And basically, you've got, a distorted consciousness. That's what everything really is. It's just energy. And that's what the system comes from, ultimately, is us. We create reality. Everything's a choice, and each choice determines a reaction. And this is also spoken about in science. It's actually a thing, that what you give out comes back. You attract what you are. And the system is that. It's just energy that's hanging in the air. And this is why government is you see the people, they're all pretty much the same. And they all get brainwashed by this consciousness. Once it gets in them, they can't be themselves anymore. And if you notice them, that's the way it is. But anyway, the system is a system at the top, and it creates all the ideologies, all the philosophy, all the rubbish that people don't even know is true, all the religion stuff, and it gets handed down. And they want you focusing on this stuff. They want you repeating the information. That's why they got school, they got education system, but they don't teach you what the true self is. But they want you to. They want to program you in this other stuff, but they don't understand about reality. And that's what the education system's all about. It's not about making you clever, it's about getting you to repeat their version of reality. And everything's dictated from the top, handed down, and ideologies as well, and things that people say. You see people all the time. They'll say, like, "I'm only human." Now that comes from somewhere. It doesn't just get there by accident. And also, you've got. This is why you got television news, because the system's mantra is counterintelligence. And this is why you've got television news, to present the counterintelligence, the perceptual program to the masses. Have news channels that people watch every day, and then have disasters that are all planned. And it's obvious that's the case. Not everything is planned, but if you look, there's too many things that happens in order for it to be a mistake. There's too many things. So we know that it's not a mistake. And so this is what the system is: a system at the top, a system that you call the 3D matrix. And this matrix is this infinite, fruitful reality, which is just, like I said, a distorted consciousness that comes from us. So you change reality by changing the consciousness which is happening in this global awakening, you see. And the walls are caving in with the system. And this is why they're coming out with the 5G just now. Because they know there's still a certain amount of asleep people. And they want to get into them as quickly as possible. Because there's too many people that have awakened. And so, they want to nip this in the bud. But to ascend past 5G for it not to bother you, this can only touch you if you are the low vibrational human state, you see. And human is a label. You're not a label. You're an infinity of potential. Just a channel within an infinity of potential. Even mainstream science will tell you that we pick up a tiny fraction of frequency and decode it into visual reality, but not even beyond this universe. So we don't know end. So you don't know anything. But the system wants to paint you a picture like this Bible can tell you everything you need to know within infinity, and that they know everything. And that you've got to repeat it. And when you don't repeat it in school, like when I wouldn't repeat when I was in school. So they said, "Oh, he's got learning difficulties. He's got a problem." No, I just wouldn't repeat what they told me to repeat, and I still wouldn't. And I would still say to other children, "Don't repeat it," because they're trying to brainwash you and program you. And so you're then in a world of work. And what is that all about? It's all about getting you to be drained. You see it all the time. People say, "Oh, I'm so tired today," because they're working all the time. and forcing you into that, because they don't want you to think outside the box. You see, that's the game. They don't want you to think outside the box. That's why they've got to program you. That's it basically. And like I say, I didn't say this kind of stuff before my awakening. You know, before my awakening, I used to watch soaps. I used to watch television. I used to believe in news. I used to believe in doctors. And when I had the awakening, for a week I went crazy. Because everything changed, everything flipped from what I thought was right and everything. And then I'm seeing a world that is poisoned. And some people who call themselves spiritual say, oh, you shouldn't say the world is ill or poisoned. But actually, but yeah, I should, because it's the truth. You need to, if you don't know the truth, see, healing is not a thing where you just, it's all love and light. To have the love and light, you've got to see the truth first. You can't just have it all good. It's only the truth. See, there's people out there that have this fake positivity. It doesn't work. You've got to have realism. You've got to be real, authentic. Authenticity is what you tell yourself, not what you tell other people. But you've got to be like that with yourself, and through that, that's when the healing comes. And real positivity is when you've faced truths, you've hurt a bit, and then you've healed and ascended past things. That's proper, genuine positivity. But it's only faced through facing the darkness. You can only have light through having dark. So you can't give any love until you've experienced the dark side. Because they've all got a purpose, you see. You need the dual. You need duality. You can't have one without the other. But going back to that system, yeah, that's what the system is. Just a distorted consciousness that we created hanging in the air, and we're responsible. Everything comes from emotion. This is how you manipulate weather as well. You manipulate weather by manipulating people's emotions. Because everything's one thing. Everything's just oneness. And everything's emotion and feelings. And the weather and everything just responds to that. We respond to that, and that responds to us. Because the dual is one. And so this is how you manipulate weather as well. So, and we're responsible. Totally responsible, because everything's a choice. Slavery is a choice, ascension is a choice. It's all choices. Each choice determines a different response from the dual. So once you start playing with this, you start to heal yourself. You start to have clarity on things. But that's the real system. A system hanging in the air, doing all this stuff and feeding you things and getting you to repeat their version of reality, basically. And the people that are programming you in schools and universities, they're programmed also. And if I was to say this kind of stuff to them, they say he's crazy. But the problem is there's other people saying the same things to me now. I'm not in a time where I'm going to look like a crazy one, because there's other people saying the same things. This global awakening, the information is widely spread now. So much documentaries on it, science also, and yeah. So it's not like religion where they're just repeating something that they even say themselves. Most religious people say themselves that they don't even know if it's true. So for me, if it's not in my nowness experience, if it's not here now, and if I don't know if it's true, then I'm not interested in it. It's just rubbish. It's just crap. The only thing we have is the here and now, and what you're experiencing now. If you don't know something's true, then why even talk about it? Why talk about it? Why talk about ideologies and things that you don't know as actual facts? Because the only thing, real magic superpower is clarity, and you only get that through facts and evidence. So look for facts and evidence and things, instead of just stories. And that'll give you clarity, and that's the real superpower. That's the thing that ascends you into real joy, and that's the quickest way to ascension. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. If you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Everything follows the divine order. Everything's a choice. Slavery is a choice. Ascension is a choice. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.